butt of this one.
To make her look dumb.
She's lonely, so she got dumped.
Pathetic.
She's on the cusp of 70 damn years old.
Weird.
Ingrate.
Whining.
Fuck spit venom. Fuck that. Fuck her.
Crazy. Bitch.
Bitch.
What a crazy bitch. Crazy bitch. You fucking bitch. Fucking bitches.
Spit venom. Venom. It's a lie. But look, some of it's true. She's a talented, I don't know if she's talented or not. She's a fucking idiot.
Crybaby.
Bad person.
Sad.
Boring.
Crazy.
Ungrateful asshole.
A mental case.
Wonder who they're talking about. I know one thing. Next time I'm out trolling around, I'm going to be using the name Spit Venomum. I looked up Venomum, and I found out that that's something that's covered in 4th grade, so that's why Randy's having trouble with it. I think I just confused everybody in that last video when I was trying to explain about the vote during the Valentine's Day contest. If you just look at this chart, it's pretty self-explanatory, and it tells you basically everything you need to know. My poem is the one on the very end, the dark purple line that's just like a half line. And you can see when it was posted in relation to when the other poems were, or the other entries were posted. And my point was that if I got 29 votes during the last half of the vote, I would surely have gotten at least 6 more in the first half, and that would have been enough to win. And Diane said herself that she didn't know how many points I had when it had to be reposted. She also said in that reaction video that she made with Randy that she posted the entries the night of the contest, right after the contest. So they were up longer than what I thought they were. All I knew was that it was prior to 6 a.m. because that's when the other poems flipped over to be 1 day and also flipped over to be 1 year. But rather than back them up to where she said, I just left it at 6 a.m. because that's what I can prove. Even though I'd be better off with the times that she used. And I think that the point I was trying to make kind of got lost in all the shuffle. But the point was that everything that she does over there that involves money turns into some kind of controversial event with questions about the money or the voting or how things were done. And this is what she uses as examples of her giving back to the community. We've heard so much about what she gives back to the community. She ain't given anything back to the community. She certainly hasn't given back to the community what she took. And she doesn't owe that to the community. She owes that to where it was supposed to go originally, which is to St. Jude. So it's not about me, and it's not about the poem. It's about the integrity of the channel, and it's about misrepresenting the channel and what the channel does. And I've seen videos go up about all the other contests that she's had, but I've never seen anything about the Valentine's Day contest. And I knew that I had information on that people would probably like to know about. That's why I put the video out. Not because I wanted anything or expected something more from her. I actually got what I wanted from her at the time, which was just for her to admit that there was something going on with the vote and that it wasn't accurate and impossible that I would have won if it had been accurate. I wasn't even interested in the prize, or the prize money, or the Jeffree Star box. Neither one. And I'm going to show you that in an email in a few minutes. Now, she said that it wasn't 6 hours because she left. What the hell does that mean? I'm not real sure. I think that she is confused about when she left, and she's thinking that she could not have reposted it that late in the day because she had already left on vacation. But she didn't leave on vacation when she intended to. She left the following day. And I think when she was saying that, she didn't really remember about her own timeline, what she had going on. But then later on, when she does remember it, and you can kind of hear when she does remember it, she doesn't correct the statement then. She just leaves it as it is.
Coin was not there. And then I went back to whatever it was I was doing, and then came back and looked again, and it still wasn't there. Later on, she put a note saying that YouTube had deleted the poem, and she kept having to put it back up. Well, every time she would put it back up, any votes it had, it lost. And anytime that it wasn't there for anybody to vote on. So people were making comments about the poem not being there, that they couldn't find it, couldn't vote on it. And Diane kept saying it was there, you just had to sort it. And it was not there, okay? I mean, maybe it was for a little while, and then it disappeared again. I don't know. At any rate, it was like about 6 hours before it got put up and left up. So after the vote had already gone by, there had been a lot of comments in between when she listed the other
Wait a
poems.
minute. It wasn't 6 hours. I'll tell you why it wasn't 6 hours. Because I went away. Okay? I was going away. So, I don't even know. 6 hours. She's also showing the comment section because people are saying there are a couple of missing Diane, and I rewound the live. I noticed they're not listed. I haven't voted, waiting on the ones missing. So, yeah, I did have a problem. I admitted that. I did have a problem for some reason with that one not being shown, but it was in no way 6 hours.
And here's where she was talking about posting the entries all on the night of the contest.
Yeah, it took me like 3 attempts to make it stick. And I did that after the live stream was over that night, right?
The timestamps don't lie. And there's a real easy way for you to prove this, Diane. You can pull up your comment history in YouTube and show us. Show us when you posted them. Show us when they were dropped. And show us when you reposted them. It's all right there. All you got to do is look it up and show it. What I had to go by was how many hours were in between when the first group of entries flipped over to say one day, and then till when mine flipped over to say one day. So, but your comment history would show the exact times of everything. So why don't you show us that? If you're so confident that you're right, show us. If you don't show that shit, you know you're wrong. Because it's too easy to look it up and prove it. So Randi decided to try her hand at poetry the other night by plagiarizing a poem. And let's see, I meant to clip it and I didn't, but I have the words to it because I looked it up to see if she plagiarized it, and she did. I figured she did. So let's see, this is the poem that she read. A pretty girl can kiss a fly. A bird can kiss a butterfly. The rising sun can kiss the grass, but you, my friend, can kiss my ass. She did change one word in it, so let's give her credit for that, okay? Now here's my reply to that poem. Any girl can kiss a guy. When guys kiss you, they just cry. Get on your knees and kiss the grass, 'cause I'm about to hand you your ass. Okay, this next part is really rich coming from this group. Randy's going to comment on what I should be doing with my money. This is so funny. And just wait till you hear how it's going to end. Alright, she's going to talk about the Halloween contest that she didn't accept her prize. For some reason, when Diane has contests, are people not supposed to accept their prizes? I thought that was the whole purpose in the contest. You know, Diane lives to put money back into her channel and into her community. So why would you not accept the prize, Randi?
You ingrate. Here's what happened. I spent my own money getting the wig. Look, I even got a grill, got the tattoos, and all that was bought separately. Got the shirt, got the jewelry, I got it all. And when I won, I did not accept the prize. That's the difference in me and you.
Exactly.
Honestly, you look like an ungrateful asshole. That's just how you look.
I agree.
I thought this was so, I don't know, classless, to spit in somebody's face that, you sent her money and that wasn't good enough. Like, it wasn't enough money. It wasn't a Jeffree Star box.
So that brings me to the email that I sent Diane when she announced what she was doing about the winners of the contest. And you have to remember that this was back when Randi had just been swatted. It had happened like maybe a month before the contest, something like that. It had just happened, and she had just started getting back on YouTube making videos again. Okay, so that was the climate when this contest was going on, and when I sent this email, I said, thanks for the second place prize. You really didn't have to do that, but it's actually very fortunate the way it worked out. If I had won, I was going to have you send the Jeffree Star box to Randi and suggest she sell it and buy herself a security camera system. Maybe she already has one. I don't know. But I get the impression that she doesn't by different things she has said. Like, every time someone drives down the road, I wonder who it is. I know exactly how that feels, and it's a horrible feeling to not feel safe in your own home. I know from my own experience, it's comforting at least to know who is at your door before you answer it. So unless she already has cameras, I'd like to add another gift card with yours to equal enough for a good system and send it to her in hope that it makes her situation a little easier. Even if it's just $20, that's fine. Talking about Diane's gift card, whatever she was going to give me. So, you see, it wasn't me being money hungry or anything. And it wasn't about me accepting the prize either, Randy. I was actually going to take it and do something nice for you. And I don't even know you. Didn't know you then. But I felt bad for you about what happened to you. Too bad your friend Diane doesn't think as highly of you. Because she just let you fucking hang yourself right there when you said all that shit. Because she knew about this. She knew. And obviously she didn't tell you. What do you think about that shit? Huh? Now that's quite a plot twist, isn't it? So let me read Diane's reply. Okay? I don't want to get ahead of myself here. I don't think Randy would accept it. Trust me, I'm her friend, but that is very nice of you to want to do that. I am sending you a Visa card, blah, 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 blah. Diane just turns down the offer for Randy. And I was thinking when she said that, that was not the reply I expected, okay? And I'm thinking, Randy, she doesn't seem to have any trouble accepting super chats and shit. Why would she turn that down? Why would she turn that offer down? She wouldn't. You know she wouldn't. But for some reason, Diane didn't want Randy to have it. I don't know. At the time, it struck me as being so odd that I knew that something was up, but I knew I wasn't going to figure out what it was. And things were already weird with the contest and all, and I just left it at that. And, I just took my gift card and went on. And if you're still curious, if I did something noble enough for you, Randy, with the money, I took it and gave it to someone who was out of work, okay? Is that good enough for you? Because you people over there, you want to take money from dying kids with cancer and then turn around and want to bitch at me about $25 that I tried to put money with and give to you? Are you fucking kidding me? Do you know how stupid you look right now, Randy? You look even stupider for being that bitch's friend. Because this is what she does to you. This is what she does to everybody. She doesn't give a shit about anybody but herself. And you let that whore walk all over you like that. She didn't care about you then. She doesn't care about you now. She didn't care about you when she went off and left you holding the bag, talking about how, oh, she's gonna make an announcement. She's got a plan, and she hadn't done anything wrong, and you blindly took up for her dumb ass. And this is what she was doing to you behind the scenes, and other things too. And I know you know about a lot of them, and a lot of them you don't know about. But you're going to continue finding out about them. You will. And the only thing that you can do about it is to try to stop more of them from happening in the future. So you need to walk away from her, okay? You need to go be stupid over on your channel by yourself. You and Wendy are both letting her drag y'all down so far that you'll never see the light of day again. So tell me some more about the difference between you and me, Randy, while I hand you your ass. And just in case you didn't know, all that stuff that you bought for your Halloween costume, guess what? The rest of us bought our own shit too. You are one common motherfucker trying to make yourself out to be special because you did exactly what everybody else did. Why is it special for you? You think everybody else doesn't realize that they did the same damn thing? So argue that you did the same thing that everybody else did and that I did, and that that's the difference between you and me. You are so fucking stupid, Randy. Both of y'all sat over there for that whole video and argued my own fucking points and then tried to act like I said something opposite of them. It was nothing short of bizarre. You know, that saying about if you're right, argue the points. if you're not right, just argue. That's what y'all did. You just argued. And now, I wasn't even going to show that email originally. I did that one video, and that was going to be the end of it. But I can only be so many ingrates before I got to prove your ass wrong.
If you were keeping such close track of this at the time, why didn't you email me? Email me and let me know, listen, because there was a problem with the votes. Here's a screenshot, and I actually got 29 votes. I would have taken that into consideration. But you're going to wait 2 years now?
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it now. I maybe could have done something about it at the time. I could have messaged Wendy. You know what I mean? Like I could have texted her or something.
Okay, now picture this. She's sitting there with my video pulled up on her screen with it on pause. And what's in front of her, right in her face, while she's speaking, is that email that she's asking for why I didn't send. It's right there in front of her. So here's the email. She reads it backwards to everybody. She starts at the top. With email, you have to start at the bottom because the most current one is at the top. And if you look at the dates, the date on the top one is the 16th, and the date on the ones below it are the 15th. 16 comes after 15. You just can't reason with people like this. I would imagine that she knows what she's looking at when she sees it. She just chooses to try to pull it over that way on everybody else. That's a scammer way to do things, isn't it? One other thing interesting about this email here, you look at the timestamp on it. Her timestamp comes up 1 hour behind me. If she was in Pennsylvania, she should be 1 hour ahead of me. I just found that kind of curious. So I did send her an email asking about what was going on with the vote, and I did not get a reply. To this day, she has not replied to that email. Diane, the person referred to in this next email does not want their name mentioned. You'll know who it is by what's said, but please don't mention her name.
And people selling merchandise with the poem on it.
Okay, where did anybody sell merchandise with her poem on it?
Nobody did, because who's going to wear a shirt that says, I hope you fucking die?
Yeah, and I certainly didn't. And at that time, we were taking quotes and shit from the chat and putting it on merch. And then I would give a hoodie to that person, right?
Yes.
No, not on my channel. I don't know. I think you need to show the evidence.
Well, let's just show that evidence, or receipt, okay? Starting at the bottom, from Diane. I wanted to ask you if you would mind if a friend of mine, so-and-so, who does lovely such-and-such, does your no-contact poem and sells them exclusively through my channel with all the money going to St. Jude. I think a lot of women would want it. That's what you said, Diane. I said, not a problem. I told her the other night that she could do that. And then you say, I'll tell so-and-so you said yes. She is going to donate the money to St. Jude, and it will only be sold to my channel. I am going to perhaps send her some money for what she needs to make them. I think they will make awesome gifts. Yeah, okay? There's your evidence. You got enough evidence at this point to choke on that fucking shit, bitch.
It was a contest. It was for fun. That's what I do on my channel, or that's what I did on my channel, was have talent contests and Christmas parties and, whatever.
I didn't check the vote the night before when the contest was supposed to be over with. I didn't know that I was supposed to be on top of so many things when it wasn't even my fucking contest, Nobody else checked it either.
What? Wait, you had to be on top of things? Why? It's a YouTube contest. Why did you have to be on top of things? I don't even know what that means. I didn't know I had to be on top of things. No, you didn't have to. You could have went to sleep and just waited like everybody else did.
But because this is not American Idol. You wasn't going to Hollywood. You was just sitting right there at your house. It was just a YouTube contest.
There are actually real sites that have real poetry contests where it's not YouTube fodder and fun and all that kind of shit. They will actually vote based on your poetry skills. Next time, go there.
Just a YouTube contest. Oh, that statement right there is something. Because, and you're trying to minimize the fact that it's a YouTube contest, you're violating terms of service right there. Because you cannot associate YouTube with any contest you have. It's right there on the terms of service. There's also a set of rules that you have to go by, which you have not followed a single rule that they have set for a single contest that you've ever had. And I'm not suggesting that anybody do this. However, all someone would have to do is click that little report flag under your video and put in a timestamp of you and your dimwit over there saying that this is a YouTube contest. And I bet YouTube would look at it a little bit differently than you do. And Randy, when I go to Hollywood, it won't be to be on American Idol. It'll be to be on 60 Minutes talking about YouTube bitches over there.
We had a lot of contests on here, lots of giveaways. No one, have we ever had anybody complain?
No.
I didn't think so. I didn't
No.
think ever had any complain.
I know that you have spent a lot of money on contests.
Of the 8 contests that I found, I know of 4 of them that there was problems with. I know Shoot the Shit did a video on the Halloween contest and also one with Jules about the Christmas contest in 2019, I think. And you and your ding-a-ling mouthpiece Randy are both well aware of those videos. So how can you, with a straight face, tell your listeners, your subscribers, your members, there's never been any problems with any of your other contests? No one has ever complained about a single contest you've had. Not one complaint. That is so far from the truth. You got the Christmas contest in 2021, and all the money that was given away was donated by an anonymous donor. So it didn't even cost you anything. You said there was $1,000, but you only gave away $900, and that doesn't seem to be any kind of discrepancy for you. There's also another contestant who says she never even got her $100, so apparently it was only $800 that got given out. Then there's the Halloween contest. You've got a creator on your panel who is your best friend also and has a large following, and she's a contestant. She's on camera for the entire 2 hours or whatever, however long the live was, while the other contestants are only on for a few seconds. She's got a large following with a lot of subscribers. You don't think any of them are going to vote for her just because it's her? Really? You don't think that those scales are just a little bit uneven there? Just go on and say, no, they're not. No, they're not, because that tells people everything they need to know about how fair your contests are. Then you got the Valentine's Day contest. So I'm sick of talking about the Valentine's Day contest. We all know it wasn't fair. And then before that, you've got Jules and the other Christmas contest. And the only reason I don't know anything about the contest prior to that is because I didn't look into it. If I had, I'm sure I'd have found plenty of shit there too. And all of the money that you've given away, all this money, it's about $850, somewhere around that, in 4 years. So, Randy, don't do Diane any favors and keep talking about how much money she's given away and how many contests she's had. Because when you subtract that from the money that she was supposed to have given to St. Jude's, she still owes another $15,000. I think somebody that embezzles $5,000 a year can spend a couple hundred a year on a contest. Don't you?
I mean, like, where were you over a year ago?
The poem would not have been funny if it wasn't for you and Wendy.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you. If I had just read that as a poem without laughing,
It would have
without
felt
saying anything about it, that I'm afraid to read it, and, blah, 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 and Wendy giving, whatever response she gave, I don't think that it would have gotten as many laughs. Sorry, I don't. I think if I would have just read it straight out, like every other poem, and, not laughed and whatever, I don't think that it, that's what happens, When you start laughing on here and you get the giggles, everybody gets the giggles.
Well, yeah, and that's what made me laugh just now. Just re-listening to it.
Again,
yeah. What was funny was the way y'all were laughing, not the poem. The poem's not even, I don't even think she meant it as a joke. She wants someone to die. Okay?
Well, that was my reluctance when I first read it, because I didn't know who it was, and I felt it. I felt a little, awkward reading it. I did.
Right. Yeah, and that's not, and we're not, now criticizing the poem. We're just saying that it wouldn't have been such a hit had it not been funny. You know, had it not been
Right.
funny. So
Yeah,
just
and a lot of people were laughing in the side chat because we were laughing, and you
yes,
know, because that's what we do. We end up laughing because we're being silly or we're having a hard time getting something out. It's you know, look, it happened. It's that's what happened. But I agree with you that if I had just read it the way I read every other poem, I don't think it would have gotten the laughs. We might have gotten a different response,
right.
right? What if the
Oh,
response had been different, where people say, "Wow, that person is, not in a good headspace," or something like that? That could have happened, but no, we it didn't go that way. It didn't go that way.
right.
You see, now this is when we're, back again after 2 weeks or whatever it was, and we're still laughing, and it's even, I'm having more of a hard time.
Right, and but that is what's making it funny,
Right,
Spit.
and I
That's
read it
what's making.
feeling this time. Like the first time I just kind of read it. This time I read it with feeling because you know, it did get funnier and funnier as time went on. And I'll tell you this: we read this poem even after this because it was funny. I think the following Valentine's Day, I think we read it friggin' again. Okay, that's never happened in the YouTube history. I'm pretty sure. So you thought that poem was really good? Both of them sucked, all right? If it
Yeah.
wasn't for Wendy and I, no one would have laughed at that poem. I could have read it the exact way that you meant it, and it would have been so funny.
Okay, let me see if I got this straight. First, the poem was funny. Then it wasn't funny at all. Then they were funny, but the poem wasn't. Then the way she read the poem was funny, but the poem wasn't. Then it was funny again, but she could have read it with feeling, and it would not have been funny. Then she read it with feeling, and it was funny then too. Then the poem just flat out sucked. Okay, I don't know really how to respond to that, I will say it was about the vote, Diane, not the poem. About the vote.
Spit Venom, why don't you come in?
Yeah, I wish she would. I mean,
Trust me. If I had known that you were doing that live, I would have been there. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know anything about it for like a week after it had been up. So, and if I had been there, if I had come in, I would have still been blocked. I've been blocked since the beginning of time.
listen, I know it's not like she, gets a lot of views, but the first two people who jumped in over there were the Truth and Marsha.
Yeah, we're a small gang, Diane. We're the true spitting white sharkies, okay? This is our patch. We're out striking fear all over the internet. Now, she says that the first two people were to comment were the Truth and Marsha. And then Randi pipes in and says that she saw the Truth's comments, but she didn't see Marsha's. So that means that Randi is making it over here to see my videos. My videos on my little channel that nobody watches. She's getting here between the first and second comment to see that shit. Okay? Seems kind of like, like maybe they're worried about something. I would say the most mind-boggling statements that were made in the entire live came from Randi about Diane's money. My money. She said the most bizarre things I've ever heard in my life. I'm going to play a few of them for you.
Should she have came on here and said, by the way, this is what I'm doing? Probably yes. Did it occur to her to say it? I don't think it did. Diane absolutely should have said, hey y'all, I am putting this back in my channel. But she didn't, like we said, because it just was kind of going with the flow. I don't know. contest after contest after money, so many giveaways, so much, and it's ridiculous to think someone can just take it out of their pocket, whether they have a bunch of money or not. There's going to come a point when you can't just take money out of your bank account and give it to strangers on YouTube. You can't. Deep down, I don't think for 1 second that they believe you're a scammer. I just don't. I think they're saying it. I think some may want to believe it, and then I think some just wanted your position in the community. I think a scam is when you come out with some bullshit lie 2 years later that you was beat out of a poetry. I think that's a scam. What does she want you to do? Pay her more money?
I assure you that anybody who has gotten anything off of your back would certainly trade it in for having you make the situation right with sent to you. Okay? I can guarantee you that. And the fault and the responsibility of that lays squarely on your shoulders. And you.
Listen, bitch, how about you write a check and match my donations? How about that? How about anybody in this fucking community? Marsha White Sharky, The Truth, any of you fucking bitches. Come, write a check and match what I've donated.
I'm the scammer? Really, Randy? It sounds to me like you just want my position in the community. So they go from a pathetic attempt at ripping me apart over a poem to excusing Diane for stealing money from dying children for years. I found a new channel y'all need to go check out. It's called Diane Snatching. Like snatching with a S, like snatch. And also Clowns of YouTube. Y'all probably have already heard about both of these, but I'm like way behind on everything always. So that's all I've got for today, though. It's been fun, and I'm sorry it took me so long to get this video out, but this has been a hell of a video to make. It took me forever, absolutely forever. And Diane, if you decide to do another stream about me now, make sure you send me an email or something so that I'll know, and I will be there. You can bet your ass I will fucking be there. Unblock me, bitch. And just so you'll know, Bob braids my hair.
We're gonna rip this motherfucker off. We're gonna tear this motherfucker down.